Welcome back. So today I'm bringing you guys another video, and this is going to be a super requested video. This is going to be a tutorial on this look that I am wearing right here. I wore this in my, not even my April favorites, my March favorites, which was like a month and a half ago, but you guys went crazy for this look. You really wanted to see a tutorial, and honestly, I don't blame you. It's, I think, hands down my favorite look that I've ever done on my channel. So I'm really glad that you guys requested it, and I'm so glad that I got to recreate it for you guys. I really love it. You guys know how I feel about a good cut crease. There's just nothing like it to me. So I love this look. I'm just gonna jump into the tutorial. Just before we get into it though, I am sick, so if I sound sick or look sick, I mean, I feel like I look sick, then that is why. But if you guys want to see how I got this look, then please just keep on watching. Okay, so to start off the face, I'm going to prime using the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm. Put a little bit on my hand and almost drop it everywhere. And just put it everywhere. You guys know what is up. Then I'm going to grab my Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Primer. And it's one of my favorites. You guys have known this for a while. It's been one of my favorites. It's just amazing for your pores. So I'm just going to put this in my T-zone. For foundation, I'm going to throw it back. I'm using the Nars Sheer Glow. I haven't used this in forever. My color is medium... What? My color is medium dark 1 Syracuse. I literally haven't used this in forever, but because I am sick, I feel like any type of glow that I can give myself, like I literally feel like a zombie. I feel like any type of glow I can give myself, I'm gonna take it. So I'm just gonna put some in the back of my hand. So just gonna dot it everywhere. I put so much primer on over there. Then to blend it out, I'm just taking a damp beauty blender. No surprise there. And just pouncing everywhere. My brows are done. Secretly, I hate doing my eyebrows. I don't even think it's that big of a secret. I really just hate it. It just makes me feel like I'm gonna mess up and it's gonna be terrible. But anyways, now I'm gonna prime my eyes. I'm using the Benefit Air Patrol. So I'm just gonna dot it on my lids. And then just taking a fluffier brush, I'm just gonna blend that out. All the way up to the brow bone. So I just zoomed you guys in just a hair. I'm just gonna start by taking Blurr by Melt Cosmetics with a Sigma E40 brush, and I'm just gonna basically go all up in there. And I find that these shadows work really well over primer, but without primer I don't think they're the best. But I'm just gonna pop this into my crease. You're not even gonna really see it much at all, but it's gonna really help with the blending process. And since we're doing a pretty intense cut crease, any help, we will take it. We'll take it. Now with the same E40 brush, I'm going in with Unseen. So this is Blurr, this is Unseen, both by Melt Cosmetics. You can see that Unseen is just a little bit darker, a little bit warmer. So just basically doing the exact same thing that I did with Blurr. I'm just gonna be a little bit more careful not to throw it everywhere in my crease. You're really not gonna see a defined cut crease yet, but don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there. So now we're getting to the intense fun part. I'm gonna grab the color Enigma from the Dark Matter stack as well, and I'm taking a Sigma E25 brush. Actually, no, I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna take a Makeup Geek Defined Crease brush first, and I'm just gonna dip very lightly into the color. Well, to me, that was very lightly. And I'm gonna start defining my crease now. So you always wanna make sure you go above your crease, above your actual crease. And then if you don't have an actual crease, then you're bomb, because you can just basically go wherever you want. But I'm just gonna go over mine because I feel like if I don't, it'll just create a huge mess. So just start to lightly define it. The line is not going to be perfect, of course, but that's okay. Now that that looks really ugly, I'm going to go ahead and grab Lovesick by Melt Cosmetics also. It's from the Lovesick stack. This is Enigma, this is Lovesick. Lovesick is just a little bit more of like a true red, where Enigma has like a darker, rustier kind of feel to it. So I'm going to take the Sigma E25 now and just dip very lightly into Lovesick. And basically I'm going to blend this out. Not really by much. I'm just gonna kind of go right over the line and just a little bit above it. I barely put my brush into the product just so it's not super red and sickly looking. Now I'm gonna grab a tiny little itty bitty brush and go back into Enigma. This is just a pencil brush by Coastal Scents. And I'm gonna really define the cut crease now. Just taking the brush and really just focusing it on the inner corner. Don't worry about blending, don't worry about anything, pretty much. Just worry about the line for right now. A cut crease is like so many steps, and honestly I find it to be like one of the most annoying but yet satisfying type of looks to do. So just, you really have to be patient, basically. So now with that Makeup Geek brush, the Divine Crease brush again, back into Enigma, I'm just gonna kind of blend this out. Just a little, or a lot. Now back with Lovesick, the other red shadow, and the Sigma E25. Very little of it. I'm just going to even blend further. Blend even further. My bad. Again, going back with the E40, it's going to be just like a whole bunch of repetitive steps. Just blending a little. So now that that's done, we're gonna go in with the darkest color, which is of course gonna be Dark Matter. Where am I holding this? Dark Matter, which is black, and the Coastal Scents brush. We're gonna intensify the cut crease and get this hair off my face. And we're just gonna be really careful with it, or we're just gonna slap it on, same thing, whatever. Again, really focus on that inner corner, even though it looks like, oh my god, there's black there. Like, that's not gonna be an issue. At least I hope it's not. It might be a little awkward. Now what I like to do when I'm taking the black colors, I'll take the same small angled brush or whatever little brush I'm using and just go around and kind of almost blend it, but not really. Just something like that, just so it's like a little bit softer, just a little bit. And then of course the other eye. We're gonna grab Enigma again on the Define Crease brush by Makeup Geek. Not too much of it because we really don't want to deposit much color. We kind of just want to blend this black out. And I'm going to do exactly what I just said. I'm just going to blend this black out. Just go like right over the black. Don't be afraid to just go to town, basically. I'm going to highlight the brow bone, and I'm going to take my MAC 242 brush, and honestly, whatever brow bone highlight is near you, I'm using this one from the Vice palette just because this is what I'm using as my mirror. And it's called Anonymous, so any highlight you want to use, honestly. Like I said, this one is just right in front of me. And I'm lazy, so just because sometimes you can really go, and by you I mean me, can really go in with all these colors and it just goes way too high. So doing a brow bone highlight just kind of brings it right back down where it needs to be. Now we'll finally get to actually cleaning up the crease, which after that we still have umpteen steps to do. So grabbing my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, which is like, I'm falling back in love with this thing. I've been using this as my eyeshadow primer for like ever basically. And I'm just going to clean up. You can use concealer or whatever you like to use. I like to use this because it's an actual primer and it's not very liquidy or moist or anything, so like you'll never get transfer using this. So, or you'll never get creasing as well. So I'm just going to clean up right underneath that black. And I always say this, you'll instantly notice that it just makes the look, it just makes the cut crease so much nicer. Like instantly. I'm not even done, and look at that. So we're gonna grab the 242 by MAC again, and I'm actually gonna grab, why can't I find anything? I'm gonna grab Blurr first. We're gonna go kind of from inner corner to outer corner and do kind of like an ombre. So we're grabbing Blurr on the 242. We're just gonna pack this on the inner corner. Once you start adding shadow, like it'll look a lot better than just the paint pot by itself. But the Blurr, we're literally just putting just like right in this general area. We're not even going any further than that because we are actually using the entire stack and going down. And that's pretty much it for the Blurr. Now we're gonna go in with Unseen, and that is gonna go right after Blurr with the same MAC 242. And you want to start kind of more on the outer part and then blend it inwards. So don't go right where Blurr ends, just go a little bit further out and then drag like the excess product inwards so that the colors blend together and they form more of like an ombre or like a gradient. Also, Unseen is not going to go out too far. That's pretty much it. Then we're gonna grab Lovesick. We're actually not gonna grab Enigma. We're gonna grab Lovesick and same MAC 242 every time. I just really hate washing brushes. That's the real honest truth here. So again, start more on the outer portion. It's gonna look weird. I can assure you it's gonna look weird. But don't let that discourage you. Just work your way inward. Then of course the black is just going to go on that outermost corner. Try not to dip your brush so much into the color because then that's what's going to cause it to not blend as well. Taking the same Makeup Geek defined crease brush. I actually really like this brush. I recommend it to anybody, and I'm pretty sure Makeup Geek brushes are like pretty inexpensive. Grabbing the black, which is Dark Matter. Be extremely careful. This can literally, after all the work that we put in this look, can literally mess up the entire thing. So start all the way out here and just dab, like very lightly, just dab very lightly, and then you'll start working your way inwards, but do not cover up the red because we want it to look like an ombre. And then if you feel like you need to go in with more red, go ahead and do that. I'm saying that because I'm going to do that, but I'm just trying to make sure we're looking okay with the black. So grabbing the 242 again, just right over the red. You can go over the black just so it blends nicer with the red. Just honestly, when it comes to your lid, just make sure you don't cover up the red. I feel like it's kind of important in blending, you know, the lighter colors with the black. So basically you're gonna have something like that. So this is what it should look like once you feel like everything's blended, everything's gradient, yada yada blah. So we're gonna go in with liner. I'm using the Tattoo Liner by Kat Von D and Trooper. And I like this liner because I feel like it's easier to maneuver. but I only like it over matte shadows. So thank God everything we use today is matte. So because I am sick, I don't know if you can tell, but mama doesn't sleep very much. So I'm gonna grab the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Sand. I'm just gonna conceal my life away basically. And I know this looks like really light, but I promise when I blend it out, it's not. I hear you guys, I know, I know. Mercier Transluscent setting powder because my lazy ass still has not ordered the no color powder by RCMA. Like, how long does that really take? How long, Katie? How long? So I'm just making everywhere that I put the concealer, which is, you know, just everywhere in general. Just wipe away the bake. And before I even finish off the eyes, I'm actually gonna bronze. I'm gonna contour and bronze just because I feel really white right now. So to contour, I'm gonna take my MAC Shadester powder, which is this one, and the Nars Eat a brush. It's been so long since I've used the Nars Eat a brush. And I'm just gonna contour, and then I'm gonna bronze, and then we'll move back out to the eyes. I know that's so weird, but I am just too white for my own liking right now. I'm looking hella pale. The #1 place I have to contour. Right here. This is so crucial for me, guys. You don't even know. This double chin is like on level 20 million at all times. For bronzer, I'm using Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil and the Morphe G4 brush. I know I'm not using my MAC brush. I still prefer that brush, just know that. This one is just like a little bit too dense for my liking. I'm even gonna go just like all across the forehead. I don't want that to be so white. I'll just blend out the contour a little. Do you see that? Oh my God, I can't. So now I'm gonna finish up the lower lash line and then we'll be pretty much done with the eyes. Actually, what I'm gonna do before that is I'm gonna put mascara on my top lashes. I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black. You guys already know what it is. So for today, I'm using the Velour lashes in the style Winging. I should probably show you what they look like. They are basically just the Doll Me Ups. Obviously I have to take some glue off of them, but they're basically like the Doll Me Up. They're just like a little extra at the end. They kind of have like a little wing, which is why they're called Winging. Thanks, Katie. So if you guys follow me on Snapchat, you know that the most tragic thing happened to me. I mean, it's really not tragic. I ran out of my Marc Jacobs highlighter and blacker, so I've been using the Nars Larger Than Life pencil. This is just like a sample size that I have. I'm just gonna use this to line my waterline. It's definitely not as creamy. I would say it's pretty long lasting on me though. Okay, now I'm just quickly gonna apply one lash. That was pretty good. So now I'm gonna grab Dark Matter, I forgot the name already, and I'm gonna take it on a MAC 212, and it's just like a flat definer brush. Just looks like any flat definer brush. It's not my favorite actually, but it was there, so I'm using it. And I'm just gonna smudge, well, not really smudge because this eyeliner is pretty much set, but just kind of work it right underneath the eyeliner, not bringing it too low, but also because like the lid is so intense, you definitely want to make sure that you bring it low enough. Like you don't want to do a really intense lid and then not do much on the lower lash line. It just really doesn't balance that well. So that's just a little tip. So we're gonna grab the other lash now because it's ready to go. just, oof, yes. So now with Lovesick, which is just the redder of the two shades, the one that we used on our lid, and the E36 by Morphe, one of my favorite pencil brushes. Oh, I have a hair. Oh god. I'm just gonna smudge out the lower lash line so it's a little bit more smoky and not just black. And of course I want to incorporate the red. This is like a very red base look, if you guys couldn't tell by the 37 shades of red that we use. I'm just kidding, we use like 2 shades. Now in that video, I'm not sure if I did or didn't highlight my inner corner. I almost feel like I didn't, but you guys know I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna take ME122 by Makeup Forever. I don't feel like I've used another inner corner highlight in a really, really long time. So I'm just gonna pop this on my inner corner with just like a really small brush. I don't even know where this one is from. And now we're just gonna hit the lower lashes with some mascara and then the eyes. Finally, I honestly feel like I've been filming for 2 hours already just doing these eyes. They will be done. So now these are the finished eyes. Honestly, I can definitely say this is one of my favorite looks that I've done thus far. So now we're just gonna finish up the face. So I'm gonna contour my nose now using Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. And I'm using just this huge flat brush, again, no name brush. I've been experimenting with brushes to contour my nose, you guys know this. And I still just can't seem to find one that I like. So we're just gonna keep experimenting until I find one I really like. This look is pretty monotone, so for blush, I'm gonna just like keep with the theme of like berry, vampy, colory type things. So I'm going in with Cheerio by ColourPop, and I'm using the MAC 168 brush. And I'm gonna very, very lightly, because these are really intense, really pigmented, and obviously this color is like not a yolk, so I'm just gonna apply this. You can see I put almost nothing on the brush. For highlight, I'm also going to use a ColourPop product. This is the highlighter in Electric Slide. And it's just a beautiful golden tone. And I'm using the Anastasia A23 brush. And I'm just going to basically attack myself because you know how I feel about a highlight. Oh my god, come on. Like what? Come on. Come on. But seriously. For lips, I'm going to use the Kylie Cosmetics lip pencil in Court K. And I'm just going to line my lips. You know how to do it. Since my lips they were plum, vampy, whatever in that video. In that video, I used a limited edition lipstick by MAC and Rihanna called Talk That Talk. And since it's limited edition, I decided in this video I want to use something that's permanent. I think this is permanent. It's from the drugstore. It's by Milani. It's the color Matte Confident. And it's just like a vampy color. Very similar to Talk That Talk. Just like maybe a little bit less dark. But we're going to make it work. So, oh no, we're not going to make that work. I don't know. We might. Let's see. I actually really like this. I do. I'm feeling it. I'm gonna take Fix Plus by MAC, and just because we have so much makeup on, like a lot of makeup on, and like almost drag makeup on, or maybe just drag makeup on, maybe it is drag, I don't know. I'm just gonna grab the Fix Plus to make it seem more natural, because this can be natural. So once you sprayed your face with Fix Plus, then this look is complete. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for requesting it. I love the way that it turned out the second time around. So I'm glad that I got to recreate it for you guys, and I'm glad that you requested it. So thank you for watching again. And if you haven't followed me on Snapchat and Instagram, please do so. Please subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.